Hello. In this video, we'll cover setting system-wide preferences for Direct Results Telemarketing. The settings program is intended to be used by system administrators only. These settings affect all call centers and the software in general. We will also cover aging leads, what that means, and how to set aging parameters. To access settings, you need to have system admin rights. Navigate to System Admin, then click Settings. I'll cover each parameter. The first one is default days after which opportunities are reassigned, and the default value for it is 45 days. This means that if a marketer has not made a sale or met his goal within 45 days, the opportunity becomes eligible to be reassigned to another marketer. Of course, any opportunities that were dispositioned as do not call are not included in reassignment. The person reassigning can decide which dispositions to include in reassignment. This parameter sets the number of days an opportunity will stay with one marketer before it is reassigned to another. Next is maximum number of times a lead can be reassigned, and the default value for it is 1, meaning after a lead has been reassigned one time, it is no longer allowed to be reassigned and it will be expired. If you leave this at 1, your leads are first assigned to a marketer as a fresh lead, and then they can be reassigned to another marketer, and after that they're expired. If you want to work the lead a third time, you can set this parameter to 2. Next, we specify the number of days after which reassigned opportunities are expired, and the default value for that is 21 days. The system will auto-expire opportunities 21 days after they've been reassigned for the first time. Expirations happen at or around midnight Pacific time. Next, we specify calling hours. Earliest time marketers are allowed to call leads sets the starting call time, and latest time marketers are allowed to call leads sets the end time. Both of these times are in customers' or leads' time zone. This helps make sure marketers do not call people after 9 p.m. in this case. URL of Marketers Console program. This must be set to the URL that was assigned by either Navazon or your hosting company for Marketers Console. Click Test to make sure it is set correctly. If it is set correctly, it will open up the Marketers Console login screen in a browser window. Next, we have month and date daylight savings begin this year. Daylight saving dates do not always start on a predictable date, so the system administrator must enter the beginning and ending dates for daylight savings for the year. System uses these dates to manage time zones. Then we have the number of minutes of inactivity before marketer is logged out, and the default is 60 minutes. Meaning marketers will be logged out of Marketers Console program if they do not touch their mouse or keyboard for 1 hour. The next panel sets parameters for aging leads. In some companies, you may need to wait a few days before calling imported leads. For instance, if you ship a package to your customers and you would like to call them after they've received their package, you would age your leads for 7 to 10 days to allow enough time for transit. In this panel, you specify if you want to age your leads and the number of days or weeks to age them. DRT ages leads based on the date specified in the field last trans date. So for aging to work, you'll have to have a date column in your import file that is mapped to last trans date. You can set that up using the program Csv File Templates. I'll show you quickly. There's a separate video tutorial for Csv File Templates that you can watch. Here I'm going to load an existing template and load a sample CSV file. So we have some friendly values in here. And we see that the last trans date is mapped to a field. So this may have come from a fulfillment software that shows the last purchase date of the customer or the last ship date. And we map it to our last trans date so that DRT is aware of the last time there was a transaction with this particular customer. And if you have imported the last trans date, you can use that for aging. And in this case, we're saying to wait 10 days after the last trans date before you make these leads available to be assigned. To disable aging, enter 0 here. This means that the leads will be available to be assigned as soon as they're imported. I'm going to set this back to 10. The last checkbox, if checked, allows operators to override aging parameters and assign leads. If you check this box here, when an operator goes to assign leads to teams, he will see this option. And by default, it's hiding leads that purchased after 7/4/2014, which is about 10 business days ago. But the operator has the option of unchecking this box and revealing all the leads that are being aged and assigning them. So in the settings program, you're selecting whether to display this option to the operator who is assigning leads to teams. If you do not want them to be able to assign leads, you can uncheck this box and click Save when you're done. And that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified of new videos that we post. For more information, please visit www.directresultstelemarketing.com. Thank you.